Hey guys, in this video we're going to look at Fate Therapeutics. Let's look at Market Watch here. News. Okay. So, news for March the 5th. Nothing pre-market over here. Although on March the 4th, work as short-term picks. Well, I guess some analysts marked it as a buy. Um, and no, nothing pre-market from March the 5th. I remember as I explained in my previous videos today, today's March the 11th, but I'm reviewing the stocks for last week. So let's take a look here. So let's look at the levels. Looks like it opened at 1366. It did dip down to 1355 or so, 54. Right at the moving averages. Looks like the 90 EMA and the 20 EMA were pretty close by at that point. And it did reach a high of 1406. Yes, 1406. So we have this candle. Let's look at the volume. 113,000, so pretty good volume. Then we have the next candle. So it appears as if buyers wanted to keep the momentum going with this stock, but we're not able to do it. So as we can see here, it closed on the first candle at uh, around 1398, but it opened at 1385. So closed at this level, immediate drop, may have dropped immediately down to these levels. I don't know, maybe some buyers got a bit scared out and sold, but it did get to a low on the pullback of market 1380. So gets to that level, just to note it. It's not. It's extended from the moving averages right around the VWAP, actually a little below the VWAP at this point. And at one point, it did get up to this high over here of 1413. So, you know, oh, actually, never mind, never mind. It opened here, opened a little higher, actually. I said that it closed at this level of 1398 or something like that, and then it opened here. My bad. Red candles, the open is at the top and the close on the low side. So it looks like it opened actually a little higher. So you know, I don't remember watching this stock. I just remember they made a big move, and I wrote it down so I could review it later. But it probably got above the previous candle high immediately, and it got up to 1413. But it couldn't hold those levels. It did dip down, as I said, below a little below the moving. Sorry, the VWAP, and it closed red. Of course, all of this happened um, on lower volume. So that's a good thing. So what I'm thinking happen here is that perhaps some of the buyers here um, were not so bullish that they kept buying, or rather they didn't get scared that it sold off a little bit. Uh, and buyers who took note of this stock a little later after this happened or during this candle were not too bullish on this candle to just buy a lot, because we see that there's not a lot of volume. So that just tells me that there was a little bit of profit taking, but just not a lot of buying, not a lot going on. So next candle. So next candle, higher volume, and it broke out. So the breakout level at this point would have been the high of the previous red candle, so 1413. And this is just not something that I would have gotten into. I probably would have waited for it to pull back a little more, perhaps another red candle or a couple more red candles, and perhaps since it wasn't, since the next candle, the moving average wasn't too extended, maybe perhaps tap the 9 EMA. But no, I mean sometimes it happens like this, and these are stocks that, well, of course you don't know what's going to happen when you're trading live, but when I look back to them, these type of stocks where you only have one red candle for the pullback, but that same candle had the high of the first breakout. Those I just cannot wrap my head around how I would trade them. Uh, but it's good to look at them. So keep going. So 1413 was a breakout spot, and it did get to a high of 1446. So let's take a look at this. So we have this candle on higher volume. We do have a big wick here to the upside, meaning that it was not able to hold those levels, those high levels that it had, but it closed at 1420. It closed at 1420. It did open higher, 1426, and perhaps it kept running immediately once this candle opened. And yeah, it did break the high, but it just couldn't make another big move. But it was actually not that bad because if you take a look, uh, the low wasn't that that much lower. So low was 1382, and after this big pullback, sells off to the 9 EMA, taps it, respects it. That was a big move to the downside. So there was this bounce back candle, but from here, once it breaks the 9 EMA, it just keeps going down until it breaks it here again, but keeps selling off. So just thought it would be good to look at this stock. Again, not a stock that I traded. Probably not one that I would have traded at this point when I saw the second candle close red but make a new high. I would have waited for another couple of pullbacks. Pullback candles are just one more. But, you know, it's just good to review charts. Keep them in your brain. And when something like this happens, you're just not going to expect that the same thing's going to happen again. But, you're going to have a little more context, a little history on these type of patterns. But that's it for Fate. If you have any questions, let me know. Or any suggestions, leave them in the comment section. As always, we'll see you on the next one. Have a good one, guys.